We're a private company with a single shareholder, that is the Irish Times Trust. We have no beneficial shareholders and no stock market pressures, which I can assure you is a comfort in these very difficult times in the marketplace. So we take a long view, very long view. Since 1859, we've been publishing the Irish Times newspaper. And our primary mission is to protect the independence of that title or brand into the future. Clearly, there is media fragmentation, and what that means is both range of media and also choice among media. But there are also changing geographic concepts, from national to global, from regional to local. And of course, the reader or the user is no longer a passive consumer, as you've heard. What was an audience is now a community, and there's an expectation of interaction with content and with brands. Advertising, I think particularly local advertising, is undergoing the most dramatic change in its history. And of course, as you've already heard this morning, the reader, the viewer, the consumer is now in charge. Web 2 is all about participation and contribution. And in our industry, that means commentary and reviews. And in yours, of course, the ability to interact with your brands. Our readers now see themselves as part of a community rather than an audience. They crave interaction. They also expect more than static text or image. And we view this really as a go multimedia or go home world. And while community journalism is about as appealing as community creative directors, or indeed community media planners, user-generated content is now part of what's expected from any media outlet. The challenge, however, is to moderate it and to set quality standards. In this environment, of course, the marketers and the advertisers' job is as difficult and perhaps more difficult than ours, because fragmentation means consumer planning is harder than ever. Agencies have to show real results to marketers who need to do the same with their CEOs. Accountability is absolutely crucial. Publishers will provide more and more interactive choice for consumers and advertisers. We will also provide new and more flexible models for advertisers in order to meet these changes. And that in itself will be good news for traditional media, because diversity of revenues is a very healthy development for publishing. And I believe also that its benefits will feed back from digital into the more traditional print mindset too. And finally, we will of course provide the metrics to support advertisers' decisions.